Hello, hello. Welcome to the Sound Mix Lab. This is your host, Jason Donnelly, aka DJ Puzzle, reporting from my website, iPadloops.com. In this tutorial, we're going to get that big pad pumping effect that you hear in future bass and hip hop. And we're going to use an inter-app audio effect called Push by AUFX. We're going to set it up for sidechaining, and we're going to create what is called the ducking effect. And we're going to do it all within Cubasis. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need is a nice thick pad playing a very rich chord. I did everything in MIDI here. You can see the notes in the chord that I played. The synth I chose comes bundled with Cubasis. It's called Microlog. I basically just dialed up the preset Dirty Tuner and switched the mono to poly button. This way I can play chords with it. Now you might want to adjust your overall master volume here. I dialed mine back to about -12 because once you add the sidechaining compression effect, you get a little boost of gain and you don't want that surprise, so it's best to set it before you add the compressor. So some of the other instruments that I use here, I've got a hi-hat pattern going here. I use the Hip Hop Kit 01 that comes with Cubasis. And for this cool little vocal bit, I used PPG Phonem. It's a funny little preset that I like using a lot in this genre of music. Alright, so now I'm going to add the AUFX Push compressor. Choose the first one in the list, not the key input. We'll use that later. And make sure the pump button is on. That allows us to use the pumping effect, the sidechain. Here's a really important parameter here, the release time. So it's about 370 milliseconds. Now here's your on-off button. Make sure that's on. Go back to Cubasis. And now we'll set the compressor on the trigger, which is our kick and snare track. Okay, so we're going to select the compressor from the insert effect on the kick and snare track. And you see how you have these three options here? We already used the first one. Now we're going to use the key input. This routes the kick and snare into the key insert, which triggers the compressor on our pad track. So again, check the release time, make sure that's around 370, give or take a few. Make sure the compressor is on, and go back to Cubasis.